Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, it's kind of right in time for Easter. And that's because Hershey CFO says Hershey will remove toxic metals linked to cancer in its chocolates. This is March 29th, 2023, Natural News. Here's a March 23rd article that Hershey's is looking to remove lead and cadmium. And this is uh, March 24th, 2023 article that says the same. And this was really spearheaded because Hershey's was sued by a New York man over unsafe levels of the metals in chocolate. And that was covered a bunch of places. At the end of the year, this lawsuit was filed in December. And so let's just take a look at this here. It's Christopher Lazaro alleges the chocolatier failed to reveal lead and cadmium in dark chocolate products to consumers. And they say that, yeah, they failed to disclose. Some of its chocolate products contain unsafe levels of lead and cadmium. He filed this in Long Island federal court on December 28th. And it came after Consumer Reports published an article claiming some Hershey's dark chocolate products exceeded California standards for the maximum allowable dose of lead and cadmium, and maximum allowable dose level is MADL. And here's that Consumer Reports article, and it's a little lengthy here. They, have an intro, and then they talk about heavy metals in dark chocolate, their test results, and yeah, you can take a look at all the test results. The cocoa's dark side, getting the lead and cadmium out isn't as easy as you might think. The safer chocolate, better ways to eat dark chocolate. And yeah, so this Consumer Report prompted this lawsuit that was based upon California standards because they deemed them the most protective available. Right now, there's no federal lead and cadmium limits for most foods, but California has the strictest ones. So this covers Lily's extra dark chocolate, 70%, Lily's extremely dark chocolate, 85% cocoa, and Hershey's acquired Lily's in June of 2021 for $425 million. The suit contends that consumers look to product packaging and labels before making a purchase. It alleges that Hershey's advertising and marketing are false, deceptive, and misleading because they do not disclose the alleged high levels of lead and cadmium. High levels of lead and cadmium in food products is material to reasonable consumers because these chemicals pose serious health risk even in small dosages, according to the suit. And it says that consumers have no independent way of knowing about the lead and cadmium in the Hershey's products. Consumers therefore rely on Hershey's to be truthful regarding the ingredients, including the existence of lead and cadmium in the products. It says that Hershey's knew and could not be unaware of the existence of lead and cadmium in the products, given that it sources its ingredients and makes its products with exclusive knowledge of the quality control testing on the products and the ingredients contained therein. So this guy thought he was buying, safe dark chocolate. Well, buying a product that contained only dark chocolate ingredients, and therefore he paid a premium. But because of the misrepresentation and omissions about the presence of the metals, Lazaro claims he and other consumers suffered an injury in the amount of the premium paid. So it says that Lazaro doesn't appear to allege that he suffered lead poisoning from eating Hershey's chocolates. The lawsuit is focused on alleged wrongdoing related to marketing practices. Exposure to high levels of lead can cause health problems, including anemia and weakness. Extreme cases of lead poisoning can cause kidney and brain damage. Children exposed to lead are at risk of brain and nervous system damage and learning and behavioral issues. Cadmium can be dangerous when ingested in large amounts, according to the CDC. And he's seeking $5 million in damages, including at least $500 per transaction under New York law. And they said that the Hershey Special Dark Bar and Lily's 70% bar were high in lead, and Lily's 85% bar was high in lead and cadmium. So Consumer Reports found that an ounce of Hershey's Special Dark Mildly Sweet Chocolate contained lead 265% above what California allows. And the Lily Extra Dark Chocolate 70% cocoa product had lead 144% above the allowable level. Lily's Extreme Dark Chocolate 85% cocoa product contained lead and cadmium that were 143 and 101% respectively above the state's limits. So this Natural News article, this up top here says a lot of what I already read to you, but it says how to make your chocolate habit healthier. Check the ingredients list when buying chocolate. Read the ingredients list. Like other food products, fewer ingredients are usually better. So this article says that the chief financial officer told Reuters on Wednesday that Hershey's is looking to reduce trace amounts of lead and cadmium in its chocolate. So that's what the company's calling it, is trace amounts. And, the company said the trace amounts of the metals found in some chocolates are below any recommended level, any standard. They said, adding that the lead and cadmium are elements in soil and can naturally occur in the product. Depending on where you source, you may get relatively more cadmium or cadmium in West Africa versus South America, but in both cases, it's a naturally occurring ingredient. And he said that we, meaning Hershey's, would love to eradicate it completely and continue to look for opportunities in the process. Is there more we can do there? So, they're always trying to make it better. A company spokesperson said, given the natural occurrence of minerals, it's difficult to completely eliminate them from agricultural ingredients. So, yeah, they keep talking the natural occurrence. And this Consumer Reports report said that the researchers found that cocoa plants take up cadmium from the soil, with the metal accumulating in cacao beans as the tree grows. That's similar to how heavy metals contaminate some other foods. But lead seems to get into cacao after beans are harvested. The researchers found that the metal was typically on the outer shell of the cocoa bean, not in the bean itself. Moreover, lead levels were low soon after beans were picked and removed from pods, but increased as beans dried in the sun for days. During that time, lead-filled dust and dirt accumulated on the beans. We collected beans on the ground that were heavily loaded with lead on the outer shell, they say. So because of the different ways cadmium and lead get into chocolate, addressing the contamination requires different solutions. So they say that Hershey is evaluating if it can remove more of the metals through additional cleaning of cocoa beans or alternative sourcing. Despite the cleaning process, we're always looking, are there other ways we can are there other things we can do to reduce the level even lower? And this article here pretty much just says what the other two have said. So the bottom line here is that Consumer Reports did a report, and they, you know, talked about the lead and cadmium in all of these products here. And there's more up here. It's Godiva. Okay, it's not just chocolate. Lindt, Trader Joe's, Hershey's, Tony's, Lily's. Well, that's owned by Hershey's now, but Beyond Good, Lindt, After Eco, Dove right there, 74% lead, 112% cadmium. So yeah, they did this about dark chocolate, Ghirardelli. They're in the mix here too. So out of this report came a lawsuit, which then led to the company stepping up to the plate. So now, if only we could get people to actually give you good environmental news, and although natural news pretends like it gives you good news, the best that's out there in every category imaginable. Well, I got this from Natural News yesterday, April 3rd at 10:57 p.m. Somebody was working late from a Divine Wellness is their name at WordPress at Natural News. They thank us for my interest in writing for Natural News. We greatly appreciate my application. At this time, we do not feel that you and Natural News are a good fit. Yeah, natural news just will not give you good environmental news. Or maybe it's because, I let them know that Project Veritas and Bobby Kennedy, who they cheerlead, maybe aren't exactly everything they're supposed to be. And neither is Mike Adams, who I've played that clip, him saying that he and Alex Jones are going to provide a sustainable future. But no, Mike and his independent Truth Media associates won't. But they will report if Hershey's is going to take toxic metals out of its cancer. So stay tuned, people.